to you. Clap. Do that. Is it rolling?
What's up, everybody? We're gonna do today's video is gonna be about why we got our 350Zs and HR versus DE. So
as you can tell, we got my car behind me. Originally we were supposed to have my car and Victor's car, but
mine's in the shop right now.
Okay, so
why'd you buy your car?
Why did I buy my car? That's a good question. So here's why I bought my car. First of all, and I'm not trying to throw shade to Isaac or anything, but I had a Ford Mustang. I had a 2002 Mustang GT before this, and it was garbage. It was terrible. I hated it. I mean, okay, no, I loved it because it was my first car, but it was falling apart left and right.
You love it, you hate it.
It was one of those love-hate relationships. First of all, it's a soft top, and there's a hole in the back and inside on the top. And me and Isaac were, hey, stop that.
Isaac's in the back going like this.
Basically, every weekend, me and Isaac would have to do a new patch up. We tried duct tape, we tried epoxy with weather stripping, we tried that rubber spray shit, you know, like you like spray it and it hardens on as like a rubber layer. None of it worked. So basically, whenever it rained, it would just leak, or it would just fill a big puddle in that compartment, and every time I turned, you could hear like the sloshing. I decided to sell the car, and Isaac had a RX-8. If you guys watch our older videos, and so he let me drive that around, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely going Japanese. So I started looking into Japanese cars, and I was wanting one that I would get and have it not break down on me. So I was looking up more reliable motors. So I came across the VQ motor. And I knew a couple people with 350Zs, so it kind of, and my brother really wanted one. I'm not gonna try to exclude him from that. So I started doing my research on this car, and I started like falling in love with this car. That and the G35, because they have the same engine. I found a local-ish dealer that mainly just deals in G35s and 350Zs. Swung by there a couple times, test drove a couple, and then like,
that's where my car's at right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it's at right now, getting fixed. Okay, hard cut.
I used to drive Audi A4 S-Line. It was automatic, so it was fun, but shut the fuck up. The more I got to drive his car, the more I was like, man, this is a pretty dope car. I'm gonna look into getting one of these. So a friend of ours, he has a shop, and he has a couple of Zs that he was selling, and so I test drove that one. It's a 06, and
it's the one from the last video.
Yeah, the one from the last video that you guys saw. And man, I loved it. Man, it was my favorite color. It was a charcoal gray, black rims. The mirrors are painted black, and the roof is painted black as well.
Also, the reason that he loved his car so much and he wanted to get the one he has is because even prior to like him getting a 350 or like planning on getting a 350Z, I had showed him this video of
Teklo.
Lowtech.
Yeah,
Teklo.
Well, his brand is Teklo, but his Instagram name and everything else is Lowtech. So I'm a little confused about
the
that.
Soul Eating 350Z. Look it up. It's a dope video.
Yeah.
So we're not like trying to say which one's better, but for those of you who don't know, from 03 to 06 they made the DE motor, and then from 07 to 08 they did the HR, exactly. And we're basically gonna list some pros and cons of each one, not bashing each other. We're just showing, for people have different preferences on which one they want. So
pro about the DE motor is that there's a lot more mods that you can do to it. Con is that it's old.
It's old.
It's an older one.
It's an older one. Pro about the HR, it's dual intake, so it puts out a little more power than the DE. But con, mods are a lot harder to come by. Like if you
damn wasp.
If you have an HR 350Z, and you're just like looking on like whatever website you're on for 350Z mods, every time you click on a mod, you're like, oh, that looks pretty dope. It always says fits 03 to 06. And you click on the next one, fits 03 to 06, 03, and then like maybe like an hour later, you'll finally find one that's for the HR, and it's like twice as expensive as the DE one.
Yeah. Pro also is that my clutch slave cylinder is on the outside of the what's it called?
The bell housing.
Yeah, the bell housing for the transmission. It's easier to get to, so getting it replaced is a lot cheaper than when he had to get his replaced.
Yeah.
Because his is on the inside.
Yeah. That sucks. I just thought about that. You can put your car up on jack stands and get to the slave cylinder and bleed the system, like on the DE, on any of the DEs. But as soon as you go HR, it's up inside the bell housing, and you gotta put it on a lift, drop the tranny, open up the bell housing, and there it is.
It's a lot of shit.
A lot of shit.
We tried to do that, right?
Yeah, we tried, and then I had to get my car towed to the shop.
Because we realized, we're like, oh shit, it's on the inside. We can't get to it.
So give yourself a con that gives me a pro.
Con? That gives you a pro?
Yeah.
It's a little slower.
Yeah.
It's a little slower than
A little
HR.
faster. I guess, in that sense, though, it also has to do with the driver. And,
Yeah.
like, how they drive stick.
Yeah.
How they race, but...
Granny shifting, not double clutching.
But you should. Kind of a con. It definitely depends on... Actually, no. Yes. Pro. The HR come with the HID headlights. So, that's pretty sick. Because my Mustang had, like, really crappy headlights. So, when I first got in this car, and I flicked on them blue headlights, I was like... Shit. Aesthetically, the hoods are different.
Yeah. His hood is.
It has
like a little.
It's almost like a cowl. It's not really a cowl, but it's like. We'll get a close up of this in a minute. Like, you can take it off after the video. But the hood comes up, and then you can see where it comes up and goes around where the engine block is. And so if you're like just looking at Z's, that's how you can tell.
Yeah.
Without
If it's HR or not.
Yeah. For obvious reasons, the HR requires a lot more labor when it has an issue. I'm not saying it's more labor in general, like overall. I'm just saying when it comes to an issue, it's just like unnecessarily complicated. I guess now we're gonna hop off the general HR comparison and compare our personal ones. And since my car's right here, if you want to see his car, just go back to the 06 video we made.
Yeah.
It's either the last video or the one before, depending on which video comes out today.
I like that. It looks like I sit wide as fuck.
Look, you do.
Because I have 275 tires on the back.
I run 245s.
So it looks like a fucking crawler.
It really does. Like, you wouldn't think that just the tires would make such a difference, but like when we're parked behind, like right next to each other, and like we're walking up to our cars, it just looks a lot more aggressive because it has such fat tires on the back.
But his has this cool ass bumper.
Yeah, I have like half the Nismo body kit. I don't have a Nismo bumper, but I have the N2 V2, whatever you want to call it, front bumper with the canards on it. So I mean, like if you probably saw our 5 things video, which I talked about, it sits naturally lower and more aggressive. So if we're reversed parked and walking up to our cars, then mine looks more aggressive.
Yeah. And mine doesn't have like these eyelids. I want to get them, but these eyelids right here, mine doesn't have them yet. His looks like it's like mean and shit. Mine looks like
angry eyebrows.
Mine looks like my car's like surprised with an open mouth waiting for a wiener to come inside. It's like, That's exactly what it fucking looks like.
Mine's like,
and I don't want that.
I don't want
Yours
that.
looks like it's giving me that one. That's what it looks like.
My car's giving the wiener in the mouth.
The car wiener. That's what it fucking looks like.
Then we'll be giving wieners together. Personally, on mine, no, you know what I like about his is that he has the he has like the traction control and everything on. Like, my steering wheel's naked, there's nothing on it, which makes it a lot harder to tune. So I gotta buy like an access port and everything, as opposed to then using that to scroll through the ECU.
Yeah, I got buttons on mine.
Oh yeah, and he also has an aftermarket stereo. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I listen to the radio. or
He doesn't
CDs.
even listen to the radio at all either, though. So it doesn't even matter.
No, I drive with the windows down. I listen to my exhaust. But I bought like a $300 touchscreen DVD playing stereo.
Yeah.
I bought that like
Not even
I bought that 4 months ago, and I still haven't put it in. It's just sitting on my desk. That's like $250 to install. I could
Just
use that for
sitting there.
other mods.
Can you return it?
I don't know what the receipt is. It looks like a freaking monster truck.
What?
It looks like a monster truck.
Why?
'Cause
How?
I got a couple buddies, for instance, Kai, who we look at every car
I don't know.
like it's gonna be someone special.
Yeah.
I got a buddy who's got he's a little more stance, and I got a buddy Joe who has a G35, which is real stance, and those are like real low, real stance, like and your old RX-8. And then this thing sits like 10 feet off the
Oh,
ground.
that's why you think it's a monster truck.
It is a monster truck.
It's not even fucking high. It
It's
still
high.
looks like it sits low because of
I
your-
need a ladder to get into my car. Go to the channel Eliminate. They're based out of San Jose. They're all low as fuck. They're on the ground, and that's like, I'm not saying I want to be completely on the ground, but I don't want to be 10 feet off the ground. Okay, you know what it is?
You're gonna be
It's-
scraping over.
yes,
shit like
that looks
crazy.
aggressive. We'll get a good shot of that later. Ignore all the chips from rocks hitting it. And it looks aggressive and it looks low, and then as soon as you start walking behind my car, you're like, no, it's just a bumper that looks low. Oh, good.
So, I have a Nismo exhaust.
My exhaust is so complicated. Alright, let me run you through what I got going on here. Alright, so
Like a Frankenstein
it
exhaust.
is a Frankenstein exhaust, and shout out to Adam LZ and his BMW. It's like, okay. So I had stock exhaust. I told myself I was gonna cheap out and buy a cheap, like Spec D catback from Amazon, and I didn't. And so what I did was I did a resonator delete first with a MagnaFlow muffler swap, and it sounded pretty good. It sounds pretty similar to his. And then I was like,
Yeah,
I need more loud, right? I was like, so I got some test pipes, right? And when I put the test pipes in, I also put in a Megan Racing Y pipe. So I got that Y pipe going on, and I was like, yeah, this is nice and deep now, but at the same time, it has like this insane rasp, like it's crazy, it's tin can raspy, bad.
Yeah, it's raspy as fuck.
It's like really raspy, and so, but it's loud. And so I'm like, okay, I've reached the noise level, but now it's really raspy. So I was like, okay, I need to somehow get a resonator back on. So I ordered something that's gonna be a surprise. It's gonna be a new video. We're gonna do a whole video on that. I'm not gonna reveal what I got just
Oh,
yet.
you're talking about the.
Yeah.
I was
So
about to say it.
yeah, that's coming soon, and it's gonna be dope. So
It's gonna
stay
be
tuned
clean.
to that.
It's gonna be
And
clean.
Just know that once we do that video with what I ordered today, my exhaust is done. It's complete. It's done. It's Frankenstein done.
Yeah, you'll be set with that one.
So we think.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
It's gonna be. Alright, guys, stay tuned. We got a lot more coming with both our cars. I'm pretty jazzed up about it. Fuck, did I say jazzed up?
Put jazz hands while you're taking that dick in your mouth.
Ah! Alright, guys, we got a lot more content for you guys. Alright, guys, we have a lot more stuff we gotta do to both our cars. Stop laughing at me, Tip. And stay tuned. You got anything else to say to the guys?
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Ladies.
that for all you guys, that's it for today. HR versus DE 350Z. We got a lot more videos coming,
Yeah.
both with RZs, Isaac ST. Hopefully, the other guys in our group. I know you haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah.
Special appearance from the GOAT. Hint, hint. And I think that's it. Yeah,
That's a wrap.
that's a wrap.
Stop!